The Formula One Canadian Grand Prix is an event that captures the imagination of motorsport fans around the world. Known for its exciting racing, unpredictable weather, and iconic moments, the Canadian GP has established itself as one of the most eagerly anticipated races on the Formula One calendar. In this video, we're going to talk about the Jawsville New Circuit, the rich history of this thrilling race, and explore some of its most memorable moments. Before we proceed, hit the subscribe button and smash the bell icon for more exciting updates. The Canadian Grand Prix had been held at Motorsport Park and Mont-Tremblant until 1978, when it was moved to another location, a picturesque man-made island Notre Dame in Montreal built for Expo 1967. 4 years later, after Jawsville New had won the debut Formula One race in Montreal, he lost his life at the Belgian GP, and the circuit was renamed in his honor. The words "Salute Jawls" written on the asphalt of the final corner of the circuit remind us of his life, death, and legacy. His son, Jacques Villeneuve, was the only Canadian F1 champion. Unfortunately for him, he never won a home race at the track named after his father. Today, the Canadian GP is Lance Stroll's home race. The circuit, Jawsville New, has been a mainstay on the Formula One calendar since its debut in 1978. After a one-year break in 1987 due to a disagreement with Bernie Ecclestone's Formula One Constructors Association regarding sponsorship, the championship made a comeback the following year with a revised circuit featuring a relocated pits complex. Similarly, the race was absent from the calendar in 2009, but made a triumphant return the following year. Unfortunately, the outbreak of COVID-19 prevented Formula One from returning to Canada in 2020 and 2021, but it was back in 2022. The high-speed straights, tight chicanes, and challenging hairpin turns make this circuit a favorite among both drivers and fans, and it consistently delivers thrilling races. One of the defining characteristics of the Canadian GP is its unpredictable weather conditions. The race has seen everything, from scorching heat to heavy rain, making it a true test of skill and adaptability for the drivers. The ever-changing weather often adds an element of uncertainty, resulting in dramatic races and unexpected outcomes. But there were moments when everyone hated the weather in Montreal, like in 2011, when the red flag period lasted for 2 hours. Despite the 2 hours of boredom, the 2011 Canadian GP was a historical event, with all the drama caused by the heavy rain showers. After multiple red flags, safety car periods, and a ridiculously long break, Jenson Button emerged as the winner after an incredible comeback from the last position, showcasing his exceptional wet weather driving skills. The event holds the record for the longest GP in Formula One history. Speaking of historical races, over the years, the Canadian GP has provided us with some unforgettable moments that have etched themselves into Formula One history. Let's mention some of them. Does anyone remember the legendary battle between Gilles Villeneuve and René Arnoux in 1982? The two drivers engaged in a wheel-to-wheel duel that captivated the crowd, showcasing their remarkable skills and determination. The intense fight for position remains one of the most cherished moments in Canadian GP history. Another unforgettable moment in Canadian Grand Prix history is Nelson Piquet's remarkable victory in 1991. Initially, Nigel Mansell took a commanding lead at the start and maintained it for a significant portion of the race, displaying such confidence that he even waved at fans during the final lap. However, with only a half a lap remaining, Mansell's car started to decelerate. Eventually, it came to a complete stop as Mansell ran out of fuel. Seizing the opportunity, Piquet swiftly overtook him, securing his first career win. Also, some of the scariest crashes happened in Montreal. The 1982 F1 Canadian GP was memorable for the wrong reasons, because Riccardo Paletti lost his life. It was only his second race. This tragedy happened just a few weeks after the death of Gilles Villeneuve. So although Robert Kubica's accident in 2007 made the fans stop breathing for some time, it was nothing compared to what happened in 1982, because luckily Kubica suffered only a slight concussion. A much worse injury came later, far from Montreal, but that's another story. The driver with the most success on the Jawsville New Circuit was Michael Schumacher. His 7 victories at the circuit, including 5 consecutive wins from 2000 to 2004, brought him the status of a Canadian GP legend. Schumacher's dominance on this track showcased his unparalleled skill and tactical prowess. But since 2019, the German shares the record for the most wins with Lewis Hamilton. If you have started to think that we forgot to mention the famous Wall of Champions, the final chicane at circuit Jawsville New, don't worry. No one forgets the place that often first comes to mind when someone mentions this track. Every time a car passes by this wall, everyone watches carefully, because numerous champions have crashed into it, leading to unexpected retirements and thrilling race finishes. One more interesting fact: did you know that once a champion was crowned in the Canadian GP? These days the race is a mid-season event. We usually watch it in the June when the championship fight is still very much alive, but in 1980 it was moved toward the end of the season. That year, Alan Jones took the title in Canada. The Formula One Canadian Grand Prix has established itself as a race filled with excitement, drama, and iconic moments. From its legendary circuit to its unpredictable weather and memorable battles, this event continues to captivate motorsport enthusiasts around the world. Whether it's the heart-stopping crashes at the Wall of Champions or the intense duels between drivers, the Canadian GP delivers a unique and thrilling racing experience year after year. If you're planning to go there and watch the Canadian GP, don't miss to visit Montreal. It's an amazing city, so seize the opportunity to have a great F1 experience and a nice vacation time off the track too. Thank you very much for watching the video. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel to get more exciting Formula One news. See you guys in the next video. Goodbye.